Do you really know what a restaurant is serving up in addition to what you ordered? CBS 42 News put some local restaurants to the test, and for more than a month, our team, led by Lee Garner, conducted an undercover investigation testing salsa for bacteria.
Absolutely, Art. In this special exclusive report, what we found may make you think twice before taking another bite.
And then it's recording. Okay.
CBS 42's investigative team took samples of salsas from 6 different Mexican restaurants. We went during lunch hour, just like any customer could, but with undercover cameras, from fast food to sit-down, locally owned, and chains.
These are the sterile sample bottles. Each one has been sterilized by the laboratory.
We're not food chemists. A local lab provided CBS 42 with in-depth instructions and sterilized equipment to collect the samples over one day. The salsa samples were inspected and shipped to an independent microbiology testing center out of state. And when the results came back,
as a professional, as a food scientist, a food microbiologist, when I showed it to my friends that were food microbiologists, they were like, that's a little high.
at 4 of the 6 restaurants, salsa samples came back mostly clean. But salsa from Restaurant 1, Sabor Latino in Birmingham, had 10 colony-forming units per gram of E. coli. And salsa from Restaurant 4, Chipotle in Hoover, had greater than 3,000 total coliform per colony-forming unit per gram. But what does all that mean?
Coliforms are what we call indicator bacteria. They indicate problems or background bacteria that probably there's something else possibly in that product. Maybe not, but possibly.
CDC Media, this is Lakeith. Can I help you?
CBS 42 reached out to a number of experts to interpret the results. How bad is it really to have that much bacteria in your salsa?
I mean, nobody can pin a number on it.
Right.
This is bad or this is good.
What we found is that there is not a nationally set threshold. The FDA pointed us in the direction of Dr. Douglas Powell, who publishes the BARF blog.
That number per se is not particularly meaningful. It's high, but it may be lower another day. You can ask another microbiologist what they think.
And since there is no nationally set standard, we did.
No, I would not, and I would not take my family there. Because if I knew it, but there's no way you'd know that.
Dr. Jean Weiss and her colleagues with the Alabama Cooperative Extension System think that salsa could possibly make a person sick, especially a person with a weaker stomach.
That's a lot of bacteria and coliforms. Again, it's an indicator organism, so it's indicating that there's something going on there.
And so without that nationally set threshold, a lot of our experts had some varying opinions.
But what did those restaurant owners say about the testing, the findings of your testings?
Yeah, absolutely, Art. Coming up a little bit later on in our show, in this exclusive special report is going to continue. We'll take you inside of the restaurants for their response and much, much more.
I couldn't help but look at this. Should I look at my salsa a little bit differently when I go into a restaurant?
You know what, Art? I think that you can feel free to scoop away on this one. I believe it came from a can, and so they have very stringent regulations when it comes to that, so you should be good to go.
Well, we look forward to more that you have to tell us about this.
All right, thanks so much.
Lee, thanks a lot.